here, have a free pop. Like, he was so happy, and I was so happy, and it was like the memories of that combined with the delicious chicken.
This is too much.
Okay, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ting Open. This is the group stage. Spawning here in the top right, Zombie Rope can't even right now. It's going to be the blue Terran player, aLive.
In the bottom left has the red Terran. He is reality.
I can't, like, when you start breaking down, I just can't not react to it. And I feel like, well, when we get silly and, like, giggly, you set me off far more than I set you off.
Well, that's true, because I actually laugh at things that are funny. I'm just kidding. You kind of laugh at dumb things sometimes, though.
It's not my fault. I just have
it's not even that much of an insult. It just means that you laugh a lot.
I do. That's actually something I remember getting criticism on early on to casting that I tried to work on, where it's like you laugh at your own jokes a lot, you giggle too much, and I'm just kind of like, well, that's because I'm a jolly dumb motherfucker. Like, I don't know what to say.
But your emotional connection to Popeyes.
It's just, you guys don't understand.
I'm worried about your emotional connection to food.
Actually, so the worst part was that was the first time. We're gonna tell this story in full, right? That was the first time I went to get Popeye's chicken. The second time was when we were living in Toronto recently, and Zombie had ordered macaroni. I was like, oh, that sounds so good. I'm gonna do that too, right? Eat the whole meal, not a problem. Last piece, one single noodle from this macaroni thing falls on my shirt, and it's like someone, like, this one piece of macaroni had like a bucket's worth of cheese in it. It's like someone took a bucket and just dumped it on my shirt. I'm like, where did all of this come from? Like, what the fuck?
And he always makes fun of my eating.
It was a white
like...
shirt too, so it's really noticeable. Zyra's just looking at me laughing and giggling, like she can't keep it together because this one little noodle painted half my shirt orange, and I'm just sitting there like, fuck.
Oh God.
I love Popeye's chicken. And it's not available on the West Coast in Canada, so that's probably part of why. I had never heard of it before, actually. I always thought it was like I don't know what it was, but I've heard it referenced in shows. I just had no idea what it actually was. But
yeah, it's tea.
So Reality up 2-0 actually has aLive on his last life, and if we're going to be completely honest, that's not how I would have predicted this. I said it in the first game. My money was straight up on aLive coming into this. His TvT in particular has looked great. His overall play styling made him a badass. Yet something about Reality's been making it difficult for him in this series.
Yeah, just looking very strong, especially when it comes to the macro game. If he's allowed to be defensive, if he's allowed to get to 2-3 bases, he does seem to be stronger. And yet again, he goes to the faster third base. aLive's going to have to either throw his down right now, which isn't going to happen as he's building up to that starport, or he's going to have to concede and try and do some damage.
The Reapers there, I was just like, calm down there, tryhard. Like, Jesus. It's like juking and jiving. The Marines aren't even anywhere close in range. It's like, can't touch me. But the Reapers did, well, not any damage, get good scouting. So he knew about the, knowing about the starport's pretty important. Because there are some of these weird builds we're seeing out of one base Terran that involve like, oh look, there's a lot of Hellions in your face really, and you can't deal with it? Question mark? Too bad. But on point with macro, both players doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, just Reality. But that much faster third command center, the entire command center ahead, in fact. aLive, unfortunately, he goes for his own just later, you know. There wasn't much he could do about it after he scouted with the Reaper. He'd already chosen to go up to his build and just had to kind of concede to have the later one. Doesn't mean he's entirely out of the game. In fact, he should have faster stim, and he does start it right now, and thus make perhaps a better push to punish Reality for this greed. They both go for double engineering base, so they should be pretty even on upgrades. aLive's single tank drop looks a little funny.
Yeah, the Viking will actually be better in this situation. Well, it kind of sucks that Reality doesn't have his own medevac to maneuver around with. The Viking means that aLive also can't, so bit of a stalemate in that regard. This one Reaper has picked off a couple SCVs, up to 3 now, keeping the command center from finishing. Definitely annoying here for aLive.
And why do we have to talk about food? I wanted barbecue, and now I want macaroni and cheese.
I had French fries for breakfast, like leftover gross French
Wow.
fries.
Ew! First of all, French fries aren't that great. Second of all, ew.
I didn't realize because we've just been casting a lot. I don't actually have anything left for breakfast. I went for toast. We have no bread. I went for cereal. I have no milk. Like, well, what do I eat for breakfast?
I had chicken noodle soup.
I had that actually 2 days ago. My throat was really bugging me. I actually ate a hot, like we won't call it meal. I hate. For those who don't know, I
Hot
cannot
or
drink.
lukewarm?
No, like hot, like straight up. Like,
Ah,
I was like burning my tongue just trying to eat this stuff.
that's not gonna help your throat.
No, but well, actually, it did make it feel better. That was when we did that double day. And
The scorching makes me focus on the other pain.
yeah. Like, for those who don't know, like, I've looked into this. There's a lot of vocal stuff you're supposed to do. Like, you're not supposed to ever drink cold water, for example. But I do that all the time. I've got, like, really bad habits. But it just sucks that I cannot, for whatever reason, it's like, I just can't drink hot liquids.
You're not supposed to drink soda either.
Well, I don't actually, I
Whoopsie-daisy.
don't do that much during a cast.
Like, just in general, I guess. I don't know about during a cast.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, you and I are Coke fiends, as we learned in Toronto. We went through, like, 9... We went through so
really
much
wasn't that
Coke
bad.
Zero.
One Coke a day between two people in a 12-pack.
No, it was not one Coke. We were each drinking like 2 to 3 Cokes a day. There's no way we weren't.
I definitely did not drink more than... I didn't drink more than 2. Like, I limited myself to 2. So I don't know why you're crazy.
Medevac does not get picked off. Fully unloads here in the natural reality, and actually gets some pretty good damage. And this is the type of stuff aLive needs. He's actually going to kill the command center.
Yes, he is. There's no repair.
God.
He didn't lift it very quickly at all, and this has actually gone quite poorly for reality.
I don't blame reality, though, because this doesn't look like a command center sniping attack. This is just like drive some SCVs off, maybe do a little bit of harass, picks off these tanks. Where's his medevacs? Like, he's got nothing to shuffle this around. This still isn't cleaned up. He might lose his engineering base behind this on top of everything else. 2 tank snipes, supply depots, supply block. I mean, this is all kinds of nasty and messy. And yes, one of the engineering base actually goes down.
At least he got that upgrade finished before it went down. Combat Shields is also going to finish for aLive here much faster than reality. And reality just has to suck it up. He lost the command center, and he can't do anything about it. Because he also lost like a chunk of the army in defending it, so their army supplies are even. Unless he can find the same abusive position that aLive did, aLive is going to just skyrocket ahead in income.
I feel like there's just simply no way to do that. I mean, the drop potential just isn't here the same way it was. And I think one of the biggest things was just he underestimated that attack really hardcore. And I don't blame him, because that doesn't look like a crazy attack, but it got so much done.
It did. It was pretty damn good. aLive starts his 2-2, where reality's trying to basically replace everything that he lost. The command center, the engineering bay, the armory, I think, was stalled out, but he just finished it up. Another drop into the main base should be easier to take care of now that he has medevacs to move around his tanks.
Kill that SUV.
It's still quite annoying.
This does drive a lot of the army to the main, which leaves a bit of an opening here as aLive continues to push forward. Tries to take advantage of that sweet spot that we all know to be so annoying, but at the same time, natural base stalls out the command center again, buying even more time, adding on to the damage that he had already done. This command center under attack, but of course, with Marines coming back, they should be able to drive these tanks away.
Definitely don't lose that third command center.
Yeah, if you lose 2 CCs in this game, like, either A, you've got the biggest, most epic comeback coming your way, or you just are out of the game.
Combat was about to finish for reality. He definitely had to wait for that to even take on the army, although the army has actually left. Just left the siege tanks by themselves. He could try and snipe them coming from behind, but he's just going to leave them be. He's wasting minerals having to repair. Okay, they go a little bit too forward. aLive has a sensor tower, is going to be able to see reality's push incoming, and it's going to the third too, so it really shouldn't be that difficult to anticipate and clean up.
That was a wonderful impression. Have you ever seen? There's a video this guy did where he replaced every sound in Half-Life 2 with noises he made with his mouth.
I've seen videos like it, but I wouldn't know about Half-Life 2.
I would pay money for a zombie grub mod that was every place just replaced. Pew pew.
There was the guy in Korea who did the Brood War sounds. I've seen that video. They're pretty damn good. He did like the Brood Lord sound.
As a guardian and a broodlord, by
Ah.
the way. You filthy, disgusting casual. Have
Oh,
you
I
ever,
said
have you,
broodlord.
yeah,
I
have you
am a
ever,
casual.
have you ever even played Brood War? Gosh.
I know. This is so embarrassing.
Stim's in here to clean this up. aLive will take care of this attack. Another attack here on the left side, but still, Reality far from dealing brutal damage. aLive up 20 workers. Of course, he never lost
Reality.
his command center in this game. And as aLive moves towards 3-3, he's already not just one or two, but like one upgrade ahead of his opponent because, of course, the second engineering bay, despite making it, not going to work. Too hungry for money, I guess?
Reality only just turning that third CC back into an orbital, by the way, so it took quite a long time. aLive's going to have a fourth base. He's going to have a much bigger army, up 50 army supply. This would require running into tanks without your tanks.
Kind of
to
does that a
lose.
little bit. Not too bad. Focuses on the medevacs to make sure these tanks can be picked up, and in doing so, lets those tanks go away. And you know what, Zombie Grub? You said it. It's kind of happening, but aLive's got so much army, he can bully through these mistakes. GG. Fighting back. He is not going to go down without a fight. aLive will take game number 3.